Few places are richer in tradition, more steeped in nostalgia than this old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy, the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes. And the scarlet and gray have this place rocking already. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. So much for the touchback. Here he comes. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The offense set for a first down play. Reads it, fires complete. Open space at the 25. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Really nice throw there to get the first down. You know, when you think about Ohio State quarterback play, especially here recently, it all comes down to efficiency. You have to make good decisions. You got to read the defense, and you got to be accurate. When you think of guys like Justin Fields, C.J. Stroud, guys who went in the first round, that's what they did. And this guy right here, I think he has the ability to be a first rounder in the future.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. SEC versus the Big Ten. They competed everything. They try to outspend each other, and they certainly want to beat each other on the field.
So many national championships, so many Heisman Trophy winners shared between these two conferences, David. Everybody gets excited when the Big Ten takes on the SEC.
And these games matter so much. The fans get so amped up, so juiced up, to the point where we hear in the stands, what? SEC. SEC. They wouldn't say that if conference pride wasn't a real thing.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. Makes the grab. It's Jones. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Really nice stop there from this senior leader. I wonder how much fun this is for him. The head coach trying to take down the old alma mater across the way.
Yeah, I think these are always mixed emotions and how you feel about this, playing your old squad. Like, it's something about it, I'm sure, that's nostalgic, and all the memories probably come flooding back. But there's also a competitive element, Palmer, that you want to beat this squad. Like, this is the next team in your way for you accomplishing your goals and dreams.
Yeah, he's probably experiencing the emotional spectrum coming into this game, but make no mistake about it, he has to separate himself from his past allegiances and understand he's the home team. He wants this crowd to get in this football game. You know, he just gave a rousing speech to his guy.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. And the defense has got it, and they're bringing it back. He's loose down the middle. Touchdown, Dogs! The defense takes matters into their own hands.
And how about this defense making plays? Not only do you force the fumble, the awareness to scoop it up. Understand the difference between trying to jump on it, but pick it up and make a play. They make a play, and this offense, they have not put together a lot of scoring drives.
Way to stay on your feet, young man.
On the other end, they got to get it together.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They'll start this drive with a pass. Getting some heat. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football.
Way too much time.
Second down.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Complete downfield. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
Barely getting those
These
off.
two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
He wants to throw it again. Going up top.
Too far.
And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
I know that shot down the field was incomplete, but you got to keep taking shots. Those receivers love to go deep. It gives them a breath of fresh air. They get more excitement. They're going to the quarterback with a little bit more juice because you know you're feeding them. So I would keep taking deep shots down the field.
They'll try the run.
Nice.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
And this guy is elite.
We're going to have to talk number 2.
In this offense, you just saw the speed and the open field running ability on that last play. And this is a guy that is going to be key to the entire season for this offense.
And the Buckeyes have this offense rolling. They're going to go right back to him on first down. And he'll be ridden out of bounds, but not before a good pickup on that one. My, oh my, 41 yards on the ground in the first quarter. What a tremendous start to this season. The Buckeyes with the 1st and 10. Trying the left side. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Jet sweep to the receiver.
Ooh, good shit.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes. They'll try to tack one more on their score. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. We're all tied up, and they'll try to get it right back. They're going for an onside kick. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Didn't find any crease in that.
First time on offense.
And he'll be stopped at the 17. Offense getting set for first down. They go to the ground. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up, get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your run.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. The give to the back. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. They'll need to convert this third down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. From the gun, wants to pass. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
Leaves it with the running back. Smashes through.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. They'll give it to Johnson. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires on the move. He makes the catch. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive.
And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
Getting set for the point after. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. So an 82-yard drive there. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it on? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
Now facing a 3rd and long. He'll try the left side. Plows through the defense.
Wow.
At the 23-yard line. Now, a 4th down.
Go and go. Go and go. All right.
Well, the upside is you could get a 1st down. The downside is you could blow the game going for it inside your own 30. He's not going to get there. Stop short on 4th down.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out, you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on 4th down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
They're going to run.
Ah, that was open if he blocks him.
Run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning this one-on-one and forcing the negative.
Gotta block him, bro.
A negative play to open the drive.
That was the look I wanted.
On 2nd and 14. The give to the back.
There you go.
They wrestle him down after he
Some of that back.
6 inside the 20 and down at the 18. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
This crowd knows this defense needs them
Wow.
right now. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
See what my kicker is made of.
The defense there, they dialed up blitz into that running play. The linebacker able to make the stop.
They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down.
Short as
The
hell.
official says no good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss.
Man, sacked me on a run play. Can't do nothing about that.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
When you hear about it all the time in football, go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that 1st down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play.
Wow. A man ran right by it, did nothing.
How
Okay.
in the world did the offense avoid that
Okay.
disaster?
Good awareness by the offense. You never want to see the ball on the ground, but a nice job understanding to just kind of jump on it and make sure you keep possession.
That's 2 touchdowns right there. Left it.
It's 3rd down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20.
3rd and long situation. They try to go screen. I think they were hoping it was going to be a big zone and they could get those offensive linemen down the field, but the defense sniffed it out, forcing the incompletion.
The Buckeyes will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He's got great speed. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. We're ready to get another You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
Trucks through the defender. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job on the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
On second down, looking again to throw. Going to try to get it himself. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
You can tell this is a pass play. He has his eyes down the field. He's looking to throw the football. But how nice is it when you got a guy like this that can scramble and go get you a first down? Just really hard to stop from a defensive perspective.
Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. In the red area, it's Johnson. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped. He now has 56 yards rushing in this first half, and he is making quite the impression in the opener. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now on first and goal, let's see what Georgia will do. They'll try to get it in with the run. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. See if they can get it done on second and goal. They'll try to power it in. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And they take it in for 6 more points.
I think you love starting the year off with some momentum, and that's exactly what this offense is doing. They're firing on all cylinders, defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in great fashion.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Maryland just wrapped up 4 quarters worth of dominance on its way to a never-in-doubt victory. And that's really the standard there in College Park. That's a tremendous fan base, and they'll enjoy this one all week. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. He wants to start this drive with a pass. It's complete.
The hell?
Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Wants to throw on first down.
Wow, we got him.
Shot.
Ooh.
It was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
He had me cooked just now.
Coordinator trying to be aggressive and trying to take a shot. Now the offense isn't able to click on that play, but moving ahead in the second half, it's important they continue to dial up these big plays. You want to stay aggressive, and you want to keep testing the second half.
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
That was a whole accident. I don't know why I called that.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. And the ball is intercepted. He'll try to take it back. The 30. He's at the 20. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a 3-spot on the board. Field goal is good.
I'll take it.
And that lead grows even bigger. That's going to wrap up the first half here. And now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Buckeyes will boot it away to start the second half. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchdown. It out to the 25. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
You got to feel good for this kid, too. He worked so hard this past offseason to put himself in position to be the starting running back, and he's got a lot of skill, guys. He's got speed, open field running ability. I think he's going to be a big part of the offense this season.
They'll give it to him again. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. The handoff to Johnson. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
Pounding. I might not have that pretty run-pass ratio of 50-50, but if I can run the football like this consistently, if you're not going to do anything about it, you want to be a great offensive coordinator, keep calling the run.
Quickly complete.
I think this defense really needs to start thinking about really fencing this quarterback in. You cannot let him go east or west because he will extend the play with his legs and his speed and then hurt you throwing the football.
To the ground with the back. Drives ahead for 3 to the 27-yard line. Ball's at the 27. It's 3rd and short. Can they avoid making that 4th down decision?
Okay.
The Bulldogs have it with a 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. Touchdown, Dogs! And the pummeling has started.
Good move.
And the second half looking a lot like the first half, and this lead continues to build. How about the rhythm of this offense? They are showing you a little bit of everything. What they worked on in the offseason has been right on point, and game one going exactly how they scripted.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
31, Ohio State, 7.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. He was hoping for
For
something
real.
a little more dynamic that they get him on the
Couldn't have
ground.
timed it no better.
First and 10.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
Dropping back, it's Mills. They've got the screen set up.
The defense.
And he never had a chance.
The defense.
As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
Hoping to find one that works this time on second down from the 7. He's looking to throw. Going for the big play. And that's going to be it.
Thanks, man. Catch the ball next time.
Broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Wide receiver shows motion. And I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He's not afraid to go deep. Fires the pass. Intercepted. Got room on the return. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake. Hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
Leaves it with the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating them up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy.
Locked him, but a little too late. A little too late.
And that last run leaves him with a 3rd down. Will they keep it on the ground? Here's the
Outside.
handoff.
Got you.
Can't get him to the ground.
Uh-huh.
Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
Well, that's kind of the advantage of 3rd and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You can throw it, you can run it. That time they hand it off, and they pick it up.
And you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back blasts through, gets the...
Touchdown, Georgia. And the beatdown has ensued. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead. Now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Alabama is on top, but it's not like Tua or Jalen Hurts or even Ken Stabler are playing quarterback, which is why they can't pull away. They're up by 6 over Georgia Tech. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Georgia 38, Ohio State 7.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Touch pass on the run. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
On fourth down, they'll pass for it. The completion well past the sticks. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
He's going to fire deep. It's complete. A huge pickup. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
Let's go. We got some life. We made a big play, something to build off of. We need a lot of points, and we need them quickly. Time's running out. We're trailing big in this ball game.
The Buckeyes look to keep this drive humming.
Let's go!
Swings it out to his running back. Smashes him with the stiff arm. He's run out of bounds after the big game, and they are in business, first and goal. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. They'll run the option. They can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. How about that alert play from the defense to corral that fumble? The 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown Bulldogs. And the defense doing work. The clock will stop with this timeout from
That was crazy.
They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline.
That was nuts.
And that's just the guy you want to find that football. The ball's loose. Who do you want to get it? One of your little fast guys. The defensive back picks it up and turns on the afterburners, takes it all the way back for the touchdown.
Oh, he's going to go for the return. Why in the world did he not take a knee? He's down at the 3-yard line. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. This has been an old-fashioned fanny paddling, David. I mean, they've just got taken behind the woodshed.
There's nothing to say.
The expressway is wide open. He's at the 40. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam, and the defense finally got him.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this.
Get Reggie up out of there. Up out of there, Reggie.
Distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't coach. You saw it on that play.
Grabs it in the middle. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
Great execution on the RPO, and the receiver had some time to find the soft spot in the zone and make himself open for the quarterback and make it a much easier pass. Great job.
Try to get it to the edge. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
And this defense is more than happy with the offense running the football. They've done a great job today. I mean, they've really made this offense work so hard, earn everything they've gotten, and that's why this lead is
Out of here.
like it has.
They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
You got to love that as the player.
Start to the year.
So much anticipation coming into the season. Finally
GG's,
getting ready
Ohio
to play
State.
in front of a live audience. You're able to come out
New
next season,
coach.
get this win under your belt. David, couldn't be a better way to start the year.
And for the losing team, obviously, it's a little bit different. You have something to look at now to analyze where do I need to get a little bit better.
Couple defensive scores, couple field goals.
And turn it around.
So that's going to do it for
Pretty
us.
balanced.
For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
We barely passed the ball, 5 attempts. 20 carries, about 30. Johnson barely threw the ball. The boy stepping up in the number 1 receiver role. We'll see how that lasts throughout the season. Offensively, about 3 sacks in the game, but we had a lot of pressures though. A lot of tackles for loss. 2 blood. Two picks in the game. GG's.